Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. And today, the Houston Astros get an unbelievable win against the Baltimore Orioles. What a comeback for the Astros today. They were down 5-0 in this ball game. They were down at one point even 6-2. And the Astros come back in the ninth inning with Kyle Tucker hitting a go-ahead grand slam in the top of the ninth inning. What a game for the Astros. This was a frustrating one, especially when the Astros were down 5-0. Some struggles for Framber Valdez. He went 7 innings, but he had some early struggles, giving 6 runs up in this game. He bounced back. He would bounce back in this game after having a no-hitter last Tuesday night. I mean, I'm not upset at Framber because he just had a no-hitter last week. But this was a struggling outing by Framber Valdez a week after a no-hitter performance by him. But, I mean, he did bounce back. I guess you could say a decent bounce back because he still went 7 innings, even though he gave up 5 runs in the first 2. Only gave up 1 more run in 5 innings against from innings 3 to 7. He only gave up 1 run against the Orioles' amazing offense. So, I mean, I don't think it was a bad. It was an early struggle for Framber, but I think he bounced back in this game. Kyle Tucker, though, amazing. Let's go over the game. Let's go over the stats. 7-6 is the final score. 10 hits for the Astros, 8 for the Orioles, 0 errors in the ballgame. Win goes to Ryan Stanek. He's 3-1 on the season. He pitched the 8th inning for the Astros today. He gave up 0 hits, 0 runs, 1 strikeout, and 0 walks. Loss goes to Bautista. He's been amazing this season for the Orioles. Before this outing, I think he had like a 1.4 something ERA. And he gave up those 4 earned runs to Kyle Tucker, on the grand slam. He only got 2 outs of the 9th inning. He had to be replaced in the top of the 9th after Tucker hit the grand slam. He gave up 3 hits. A grand slam to Tucker, a single to Jordan, a single to Altuve, and a walk to John Singleton. Yeah, you heard that right. John Singleton is back in the major leagues for the Astros. He did have 2 strikeouts, but he did give up a walk, so struggle for Bautista, who's been amazing this season. That's only his 2nd loss of the season, and he is 6-2. Shows how good he's been. How about Ryan Presley? Another save for Ryan Presley. His 27th of the season. Pitched the 9th inning, of course. Give up 0 hits, 0 runs, 1 strikeout, and 0 walks for Ryan Presley. So the scoring summary: Ryan Mountcastle would hit a home run in the first inning to center, 472 feet. Rutschman would score it 2-0. Then the second inning, McCann had a couple RBIs in this game, and this was one of them. He hit a fielder's choice. Urahe scored, and it's 3-0. Then Adley Rutschman would knock in a run on would knock in 2 runs off of a 2-run home run. Adley Rutschman, home run to left center, 413 feet. McCann scored, and it's 5-0. How about Kyle Tucker? No, not the grand slam. 3rd inning, Kyle Tucker, single to right. Altuve scored. Alvarez to 2nd. Bregman to 3rd. It's 1-5. Then, because Bregman got to 3rd, Yanner Diaz hits a sacrifice fly to center. Bregman scored. It's 2-5. Then McCann, another RBI, hit a sacrifice fly to center. Westberg scored. It's 2-6. 8th inning, Jeremy Pena. I mean, man, he's been struggling recently, but he had a good game. 3 for 4 for Jeremy Pena today, and an RBI here, single to the left. Tucker scored. It's 3-6. And then Kyle Tucker in the 9th inning, grand slam to right center. Go ahead grand slam, 403 feet. Singleton scored. Altuve scored, and Alvarez scored. And the final score is 7-6. How about that for the Astros? Let's go over the hitting, the individual hitters for the Astros today. Jose Altuve was 1 for 4, had scored 2 runs. He had a 3rd inning walk and a single to left to get Singleton to 2nd in the 9th inning. So how about the Astros? Getting some runners on today. I mean, getting Altuve getting some runs today. He scored in the 3rd inning after a walk. He was a part of. He contributed to that 9th inning as well with his single on a blooper that got Singleton to 2nd. So Really solid day by Altuve. Bregman, who's been slumping recently, had a 2-hit game. His first 2 at-bats had a single to left and a single to right. He scored it. In that single to right got Altuve to third. He scored once in this ball game as well. So Alex Bregman with a solid day, and especially when he's been struggling. Yordan Alvarez in the 9th inning, his only hit of the ball game, crushed one to center field, but neither Altuve or Singleton were able to score on the play. Altuve, it would only be an Alvarez single, because Altuve and Singleton had to stay put on the play because they didn't know if the center fielder who's playing center field today, I can't see. Oh, Mateo. They didn't know Mateo. They didn't know if Mateo was able to make the catch, if he made the catch, and then once they learned it would, by the time they learned, the ball was down, it was a hit for Yordan. The ball was already in the infield, and neither Singleton or Altuve were able to advance. Yordan wasn't even able to advance to second, and that was a big blow for the Astros. But thank God Kyle Tucker was able to save the day with a grand slam. Kyle Tucker was 2 for 4 today. Player of the game for the Astros, 5 RBIs, 1 home run, scored 2 runs, had 2 hits on the RBI single to get the Astros. He knocked in the first run for the Astros today with the RBI single. I mean, he basically knocked in all the runs today. The Astros had 7 RBIs tonight. He had 5 of them. RBI single in the 3rd inning, and then a 9th inning home run to right center. And then he even contributed pretty solidly in the 8th inning for the Astros as well. I mean, 8th inning he walked, and you would see Yainer Diaz, and also he stole second as well. So he got in position for Jeremy Pena to drive him in. That was huge for the Astros in the 8th inning, with Kyle Tucker stealing second base, and then Jeremy Pena was able to knock him in the 8th inning with a single. Kyle Tucker, I mean, what a phenomenal game. A grand slam, a RBI single, scored in the 8th inning on a Pena single, which I don't know if Tucker gets knocked in, if he doesn't steal second base. I mean, just a great game by Kyle Tucker. Yainer Diaz was 0 for 3 today. He was hit. He did reach base, didn't reach base. He reached base once. 2nd inning, he was hit by pitch, and then the 3rd inning, he knocked in a run on a sacrifice fly to center that scored Bregman. But that was it for Yainer Diaz. He struck out twice today as well. Jose Abreu was 0 for 5. He grounded out twice. One was a sacrifice ground out. He grounded out 3 times, popped out, and flat out struggle for Jose Abreu today. He's been struggling recently. Jeremy Pena had a great day, 3 for 4, single to center, reached on an infield single to shortstop, and then an RBI single in the 8th inning to score Tucker. Jake Myers was 1 for 4 after a game yesterday where he was 2 for 4. Sunday, a game on Sunday where he had 6 RBIs, 2 home runs, 2 3-run home runs, and 6 RBIs for Jake Myers in the other game on Sunday. And then today he has a single to center, Pena to third in the 6th inning. That was Jake Myers' only hit today. Martin Maldonado was 0 for 3, and he did have a pinch. John Singleton would pinch hit for him in the 9th inning. John Singleton is back with the Astros. John Singleton, who played for the Astros in the major leagues in 2014 and 2015, then would have some drug issues and got suspended, then later on would be released. Made his way back to the majors for the Brewers earlier in the year. Played a couple games, had a couple RBIs, but had a terrible batting average, a 103 batting average there. And then they DFA'd him. The Astros signed him to a minor league contract. He was killing it in the minor leagues, had 10 home runs with a 300 batting average. The Astros called him up, gave him a chance, and he got a bat today and was walked today. So didn't see him get a hit, but he did reach base and did score a run in this game. So solid day for John Singleton, and the only at bat he had. So yeah, solid there by John Singleton. Pitching for the Astros, Framber Valdez went over Stanek and Presley. Stanek got the win, and Presley got the save. But Framber started. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Not the outing you want to see for Framber, but his last outing, he did have a no-hitter. So I'm not too upset about it. But and most of that struggling for for Framber was in the first 2 innings. He bounced back. He would bounce back from innings 3 to 7. So I think it was a solid day after 2 innings for Framber Valdez. You guys have your thoughts on the Astros game for today? I thought this was an amazing game. Amazing day for Kyle Tucker with 5 RBIs and the go-ahead grand slam in the 9th inning. You guys have your thoughts, Astros fans. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Astros.